everyone. Ronnie is saying hi to all of you people of the world. Hi, hi, hi. Hello. What did I call you the other day? I called you the indifferent emoji. Speechless emoji. Speechless emoji. Hello. Hello, Shahid. Welcome to you. If you haven't followed us yet, please do so you get notified of our upcoming live sessions. Welcome. Hello, Ash. Ash. Why didn't I see you in the past few days, Ash? Oh, no, I saw you the other day. You kind of passed by. Stitch 101. Stitch 101. Hello. Teacher, you cut your hair. Ah, yes, Stitch 101. I did. You are such a very observant person. I did because the moment I can tie my hair. The moment I can tie my hair, I think you noticed in the past few live sessions I can already like tie it. The moment I can tie my hair, that's the sign for me that the hair is already too long. So I cut it. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel my hair somewhere in my neck, something like that. So we cut it. Stitch 101. Today let's wear this headband. Shoe. Ah, hello. Okay, today people of the world. Ronnie is saying hi. Mochi also saying hi. Hello. Mochi looks like he's hiding, but he is not really. And today we're going a little bit more difficult with our drills. I think you remember we started with grammar drills. You all managed to help me with about 40 grammar questions. So four sets of schools. And then the other day we did a round of, what was it? Editing. And you were all very strong because you managed to do how many sets? 6 sets. Wow. 6 times 12. 6 times 12, people. I'm trying to tell you how many numbers you managed to answer. So, it's 60 plus, is it 72? It seems like 72, no? My math is non-existent. 72, yay! So you are very strong. You managed 72 questions, 6 sets of editing questions. So today we're doing S&T. Let's see how many numbers can you help me with? So let's do as many as we can because S&T is one of the sections that's a bit shocking for a lot of students. Because some of you think like, oh, okay, it's only 1 page, 5 numbers, should be okay. But nonetheless, it becomes like a killer section because it's 5 numbers only, but it's 2 marks per number, and it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing, meaning one single careless mistake may cost you actually 10 marks in total. So I already don't know how to do the first question. It's fine, speechless emoji. We shall go through it so then you know. I'd rather you commit your mistakes here in my life than during, your conversations with people or during your examination. Actually, I also don't mind if people talk to me in wrong grammar. Doesn't matter. The most important thing is you understand each other. But of course, we have to be tested in schools. So we have no choice but to learn. Okay, now let's go through some of the questions. Y'all be very strong. Thank you for liking the live speechless emoji. Hey, speechless emoji, your profile picture very cute. Okay, people, let's go through a few questions for today. You have to be strong and flex your fingers because you'll have to type the entire sentence for me. It's a good time for you to actually test yourself, how careful you are when doing synthesis and transformation. So be very particular with your spelling. Do not use autocorrect, huh? And put in all the punctuations that you need to put in, okay? Now let's give number 66 a try. Lucy tried very hard. She could not master the skill of skipping. Do you know how to play skipping? I love skipping. I spray a lot. Hello, Blackpink in your area. And hello, Heart. Hello. Okay, Kara is very... I just realized Kara's profile picture is actually Ronnie. Is it?
Yeah, it's Ronnie.
Okay, Kara.
How did she win a Ronnie?
I don't know. Did you win a Ronnie, Kara? Right, good quality. Oh. Ronnie is also looking at you, Kara. When I skip, my ankle will sprain. Zim zam zom. You've got to do it very carefully, huh? Zim zam zom. Okay, I see Kara's answer. However hard Lucy tried, she could not master the skill of skipping. Do you guys agree with Kara's answer? Mhm. Oh, Kara, she said yes. You won a Ronnie! How lucky! Hello, Alyssa. Thank you for the gift, Alyssa. Okay. Blackpink in your area. What do you mean, yes, Blackpink in your area? Type in your answer, ha, Blackpink in your area. 0. complete, complete pronunciation of name. Hey, Alyssa, madam, give us a complete answer of number 1 before I move on. Okay, so it may sound a bit strange for quite some students, especially when you start with however and when however is being used this way, because normally you use however in everyday conversation to combine two sentences that are contrasting. However, for this case, however means no matter how. So try to replace however with no matter how, and then give the sentence a try. You might actually get the right answer. Kara, you are definitely in the right track. Okay. So now knowing what however stands for in this question, can you try to type in your answer? People, let's go. However, what? Let's go. You see how you need to surpass yourselves. You managed to answer 72 editing questions. Today, I may suppose you all have to be strong enough to manage at least 30 S&T questions. Come on, type it in. However hard Lucy tried, she could not master the skill of skipping. I see. So, Alyssa and Kara, good job. You are correct. However hard Lucy tried, very good, she could not master the skill of skipping. Okay, and of course, please make sure you check your answer that you have used every single word in the question. But of course, it's either you use it or you replace it correctly. Okay, so Lucy tried very hard. This is replaced by however hard, correct? So we also use that. Okay, she could not master the skill of skipping. All used. Very good. We are ready to go. Well done. Hello, Iman. Iman, welcome to you. Where have you been? Now, Iman, let's do S&T drill today, huh? All right, people of the world, we're moving on to question number 67 of set number 1, people. Let's go. Now, John was relieved when he received the news that he had passed with flying colors. I wish you the same, people. You're all gonna pass your examinations with flying colors as well. Now, for this case, this one requires your skill to change your word form to give you a clue. No matter how, actually makes it easier, right? Thank you, Alyssa. Yeah. For number 67, you need to show off. Hello, Emily Kwan. Emily Kwan, welcome also. Emily Kwan, good job to you. Type in your answer. This number 67 requires you to learn to change the word form of one of the words inside. Let me see if you can. Type it in. John received the news that he had passed with flying colors with great relief. What John was a great relief. Okay, John received the news that he had passed with flying colors with great relief. Okay. All right. Thank you, Kara, Emily, and Alyssa. Iman, John received the news that he had passed with flying colors with great relief. Okay. Very good. So, here's the thing. The moment you see with great, right, then it would already give you a clue that this might be talking about the feelings or the emotions of what happened in the question. Therefore, you have to start suspecting it may be that it would require you to turn relieved. That means to say this is an adjective. You need to turn it passive flying chorus. Relieved adjective, you turn it to a noun. Okay, let's see if your word relief is actually the noun or relieved. Okay, we shall answer this question. So indeed, you are correct to say that actually John received the news that he had passed with flying. What does it mean when you pass something with flying colors, people? Can you explain that to me before I finish this while I'm typing it? Colors with great. And of course, to turn relieved as an adjective into a noun, the noun is actually tang tang tang, relief. Well done. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, again, we always have to check. John was relieved. We change it to relieved, so it's still used. Okay. When he received the news that he had passed with flying colors, no need for when here because we changed the arrangement of the sentence. Good job. One thing for sure is the sentence bears the word received. Be careful with the commonly misspelled word that they give it there. Sometimes they drop some commonly misspelled words just in case you are the type who likes to commit careless mistakes. Okay. And people, before I move on to number 68, what does it mean to pass with flying colors? Does it mean to say I'm using crayons, throwing colors in the air? It's an idiomatic expression that means what? Hello, Ramdan216. Welcome to you. Thank you for joining. Everyone, please remember to share the live so we can all learn together with your friends or whoever that is who needs to join the live section. Get a good grade. Very good. Mean score very well. Good job, girls. Well done. Wrong sound effect. I wanted to click wow. Okay, let's move on to number 68. Let's go. Now, number 68. I will meet you after school today, Mrs. Lim said to her son. Very commonly tested, direct speech to reported speech. Remember that we need pay attention to your TP. If they are present, they need to be changed, okay? Pay attention to your tense, to your pronouns, to your time, and of course, place or proximity. Now, let's see. Mrs. Lim told her son that she would meet him after school that day. So Kara and Zim Zam Zom have the same name and the same answer. She will be meeting him after school that day. Okay, hot. Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you, people. Let's break it down very quickly, yeah? That she would meet him after school that day. Okay, now let's break it down quickly. Remember for will, I always tell my students go one tense backward. So will, if you turn will into a past tense, the past tense of will become would. Okay, it's the same way when you say can becomes could. Yeah. Yo. So let's change it all together. So definitely I becomes she, and then will becomes would. That she would meet. Of course, any modal verbs that you use, can, might, could, would, is supposed to be followed by base form of the verb. Meet him, because she's talking to her son, right? So meet him after school. And remember, so if you notice, people, we have both the tense to change, pronouns to change, and the time. Okay, so there's would here, there's pronouns here, and then of course you're left with the time. It means to say, she said after school today becomes what? Today becomes that day. Okay, so you also end with the time as well. Be careful with that. TP, the sentence have no place or proximity, so there's nothing for it. But tense, pronouns, and time all changed. Very good. Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, just keep that in mind. If you're thinking, don't stress out with future tense. Just remember when they say will. If you think about the backwards, if you move backward, will, past tense of will is would. Okay. All right. It's number 69, people. Let's go. It's kind of easier than I expected. Very good. Speechless emoji. Jean, why you not a teacher? She's gonna teach you also in way, huh? At the moment, she's very busy moderating. But soon enough, I tell you. Okay, I'm happy, speechless emoji, that you're finding it easy, but we shall see, huh? You have to try a few more numbers to see if you find it all easy. But nonetheless, if you find most of them easy, means to say your revisions and your learning have been working so far. Okay, the children were curious. They opened the brightly colored box. Okay, out of what? There is again another need for you to learn to make sure that you change the word form correctly. Okay, the word form has to be changed correctly, and keep in mind this question is again, once again, using a commonly misspelled word. Commonly misspelled word. Be careful. Now, out of curiosity, the children opened up the brightly colored box. I say, Emily, very good, and Zim Zam Zom. I like pronouncing your name, Zim Zam Zom. But nonetheless, Okera, very good. Nonetheless, Emily, be very careful with the spelling of curiosity. Very good. Thank you for correcting. Thank you, madam. Very good. We need to change curious here. Is it adjective? We change it to a noun again, which becomes curiosity. So we shall try. Out of curiosity, okay, the children opened the brightly colored box. Well done, people. Now, do keep in mind they like to drop commonly misspelled words. So, curious, I think you're all familiar. The curious one uses OU, right? But the moment it says curiosity, pay attention to the change in the pronunciation. Curious sounds a bit harder. You start use, right? So you think it has a U. But curiosity, that means to say it should be in your mind that it's IO, no more U, huh? Now, what? We learned this on Wednesday, right? Correct. Hello, Choco Cupcake, welcome to you. Now, everyone, I also reminded you there is another word that works the same way. The spelling works the same way as curious and curiosity. What other word is that? Can you try to give me a guess? Guess it. This word works the same way as curious and curiosity. The change in the spelling works the same way. Do you know what word is it? I scared. I almost gonna hear. But Zim Zam Zom, you said almost. That means you still heard, huh? I am happy that at the end of the day, despite the anxiety, you still heard yourself and the sound, huh? Light stream vision. Thank you. Very good. I meant the word generous. Thank you. Generous also works the same way. It's OU in the adjective version, but the moment you go for the noun, then it becomes RO. Generosity. Okay? Good job, people. Careful with this. They like to test students with this one. Okay? Now, thank you, Ash. Moving on to number 70. Strong people, you're almost done with set number 1. Good job. But we have a few more sets to go, so you got to do it quickly. Do it quickly so we finish as many as we could. Should tell your teacher, OMG, should tell your teacher. Okay, now, move on to number 70, please. The principal invited the musician to speak to the students. The musician's song won an award. Wow, okay. Who's your clue? Who's here talks about ownership, huh? Whose is always used for ownership. Who owns what? Okay. A bit challenging. Give it a try. Give it a try, people. Give it a try. Give it a try. Does it sound different? It does sound different from my side. Okay, people. So the principal, okay, Kara has tried, invited the musician whose song won an award to speak to the students. I see. Anyone else? Who wants to give their own answer? Let's see if it's the same as Kara, or you choose to have a different way to do it. Hello, TikToker. Like the live. Thank you. And Andrew also liked the live. Thank you, people. Whether it's accidental or purposeful. Okay. Now, who else want to try? I need to see one or two more answers before we proceed. Wow, I actually like listening to myself with this thing right here. Okay, Zin Zam Zam. Hello, teacher. Hello, Jelly Cats. 8 weird. Okay, I see. Let me read your answers. Invited the musician to speak to the students whose song won an award. Okay, I see. Okay. Okay, Zim Zam Zong close enough. It's just the arrangement of the phrases. I'll tell you why in a moment. Let's bring it down to, let's break it down, huh? So first we start with, okay, the principal. Now, the principal invited the musician. Now, you may all be wondering, do we say the musician whose song won an award, or the musician to speak to the students whose song won an award? Now, because whose song won an award is a phrase that directly refers to the musician, then it only makes sense to put it after it. Okay? So that's why when you say invited the musician whose song won an award, to speak to the students. Okay? Because because whose song won an award is an additional info to talk about the musician who was invited. Okay? So that additional info, you put it right after the actual noun it's modifying. Okay? Good job, people! You have just braved. You have just braved the very first set of S&T, but we're not done, of course. I prepared so many for you. Okay, what if you put the comma? Emily, you can put the comma, but make sure you put both. If you only put one, not accepted. Can? So you can choose to say, the principal invited the musician whose song won an award to speak to the students. Okay, either both or none. Okay, okay? Now, moving on to set number 2. Very strong, all of you, huh? Let's move on to set number 2, Nanhua paper. And of course, until you master the commas necessary, Kara, no. But for additional information, you know, when you have participial phrase in the middle, you can put either both commas or no commas at all. Don't put only one. Okay, your option is to put both commas or not at all. Okay, Kara? Now, number 66, people. Number 66. Let's move on to 66, but set number 2, strong people of the world. Again, let's test your direct speech to reported speech. I will not get tired of repeating this until you master the entire process. Don't settle for, I am just going to check, teacher, if I can guess it. There is a process you can follow for this question, okay? TP one more time, huh? Okay. TP one more time. So tense, pronoun, time, proximity. Okay, did you take our dog out for a walk? Okay. First things first, the first thing we solve is always a tense. And I always tell you to move one tense backward. So the first thing to do is to see what tense is being used in this question, correct? Since it starts with did, we would assume that this is already in past tense. So remember, when the direct speech is already in past tense, we move one tense backward, which means to say, what's that clicking sound? Oh, it's SM, what do you call it? SMAR? ASMR.
Somebody's editing.
Okay. Like, please bear with me, okay? Jean very busy. She's editing a video. She's the one clicking. Okay. Now remember, did when the question starts with did, that tells you that the sentence is in past tense. So if it's in past tense, you move back to past perfect. That means to say your tense starts with had plus past participle, correct? So we shall try that in this conversion now in the reported speech. Mrs. Pang asked, ask, who did she ask? Of course, you have to indicate her husband. And because it's a question, we start with if, correct? If he, now remember from past tense, we move back to past perfect. Then we go and say, he what? If he had taken, okay, the dog, their dog, our becomes what? Their dog for a walk. So basically for this one, you're being tested of the tense and the pronoun. So pronoun, where am I? And then pronoun, okay? And at the same time, of course, you're being tested of your tense. Okay, hello, Lee, Yelin, Chloe. Chloe, I'm just gonna say Chloe. Right, okay. Good job, people. So always keep that process in mind. You need to change tense, pronouns, time, and proximity if they're all present in the direct speech. And then the tense is the most important because it's always there. Check the tense, move one tense backward. Okay, now let's move on to number 67. Now, Sure, can give us tips for who or whom. I always get those wrong. For whom, I only get the choco cupcake. Like I know whom is for object. I know. Okay, choco cupcake. I'll go through this very quickly for you, huh? And subject is for yes. I know choco cupcake. You know, sometimes when I tell my students, oh, you use who for subject if you're the subject, and then you use whom if it's the object. But nonetheless, even if my teacher tells me that, I still really technically get confused. So choco cupcake hamburger rule. If you've been joining the live, you would have known it's hamburger rule. You see, look at speechless emoji, huh? So hamburger rule means that if this is a blank, right, and you're confused whether to use who or whom, normally what comes before and what comes after whom is a noun or a pronoun. Okay, it's always sandwiched by a noun or a pronoun. Okay. So when you see that there's like who ask her mother, she asked her mother whom he, like that. So there's always a noun and pronoun. It's always sandwiched. That's why we call it the hamburger rule. Okay, heard of it, but I don't know. Now, however, remember sometimes rules have its own. This is the first thing I wanted to remember, but there's another use for whom. If there's a preposition before it, then you follow it with whom. That's why you say for whom, with whom, to whom. You know what I'm saying? For whom, with whom, to whom. Okay, so these are the two very most common uses of whom, Ken. So check what's beside both blanks. If it's sandwiched between two nouns and pronouns, it's whom. Also, if there's a preposition before it, to whom, for whom, with whom, right? You use whom for it, okay? Two basic things. However, for example, sometimes there could be sentences wherein there's a noun and pronoun either side of the blank. But the moment this noun and pronoun is referring to the same person, whom rule doesn't work, okay? These noun and pronoun must be referring to two different people, okay? Okay. So I hope that helped you, huh? Okay. Remember, there's two things for whom. Remember the bodyguard or hamburger rule. And then number two, a preposition before it, then it's followed by whom. Okay. Yeah, sure. Why is who's not who is? Huh? What about why is who's? Who is and whose are two different words, no? Two different terms. Can? Okay, choco cupcake, you're welcome. Okay. Now, everyone, let's move on to number 67. Can? Okay. My cousins had not been to Chinatown. They lost their way. Okay. Try to give this number a try. Let's see if he gets it correctly, people.
Give this number a try. My cousins had not been to Chinatown. They lost their way. Start with the word not.
Let's go. Not having been to Chinatown, my cousins lost their way. Ooh, that was quick. Kara and Emily, same answer, no? Log sack, you're correct. Who's is belonging to? Oh, wow, Jason. Thank you for liking the live, Jason. Not having been to Chinatown. Okay, this one seems a bit easy. You were all very quick to give me the answer. And at the same time, you all gave me the correct one. Okay. Not having been. Not having been to Chinatown. My cousins lost their way. Too bad, so sad, huh? I hope eventually they found their way. And when you see lost people around you, maybe you can also help. Yeah, people. Thank you. Speechless emoji. Very good. Everyone, that was an easy one. You got a quick breather. We go to number 68 now. Also another easy one, I would suppose. Yeah. Also another easy question, I would suppose. Also a short one. Be quick to type. Let's go. I will call you. I am almost home. I will call you as soon as I reach home. Very good. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as I am home, I will call you. Now you might wonder, teacher, why not say as soon as I am almost home, right? Why not say like that? Why say as soon as I am home? Okay, because if you say as soon as I am almost home, that would mean to say that the meaning is that you will already call even when you're not home yet. But the two sentences is actually implying that you will call once you're home. I will call you, I am almost home. So it basically means there's a very slight implication that the call will soon happen once the speaker arrives home. Okay? Yeah. Okay, let's move on, people. Nothing was done by my brother to clean up our room. My brother, what? Nothing was done by my brother to clean up our room. Now give this a try, people. Give this a try. Hi, the brother, huh? Did not help, huh? My brother, Jim Zamzom, did nothing to clean up our room. Log said, okay, now you both have two different tenses. Okay. Now, think about the tense, yeah? If there is no need to change the tense, keep the tense, okay? Okay, I need one more person. One more person. Give me a response before we discuss the answer. Let's go. Where are you? Welcome, Bleat. Join the live. Hello, Bleat. Welcome to you. Okay, one more person. 5 more seconds. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now first things first. We use past tense, so we stick to past tense. Okay. Now, so that means to say instead. Okay, teacher, why not had done? So if you say had done, okay, that means to say you're going for past perfect tense. And normally when you go for past perfect tense, there has to be two past actions, not one. Okay. So in this case, we stick to present. At present, we stick to past. It means to say my brother did nothing. Okay. Did nothing to clean up our room. Okay? Okay. So do not change the tense. we stick to the simple past tense. All right, people? Now, last number for this set. Strong people of the world. Hello, Brandon. Welcome to you. Okay. Now, Hui Min, hello, welcome to you. I just explained the answer just now. Okay, if you go for the had plus past participle, that means to say you're going for the past perfect tense. Okay, and normally when you go for past perfect tense, that would require you to talk about two past actions, one that happened after the other, both in the past. Okay, but in this case, there's only one, and the original sentence actually was using just simple past tense. Okay. Okay, now last number to my okay. This is the third time you're being tested of learning to convert your word form. Again, you're tested to convert an adjective to a noun. That's why I tell you it's very important here that you practice at home converting adjectives to noun, verbs to noun, or the other way around. Because that would come in very handy. That skill will come in very handy for S&T. Okay. To my amazement, he ate what? Okay. He ate the whole pizza. Emily, he ate the whole pizza. Very good. So if we change this to a noun, it becomes amazed. To my amazement. Okay. He ate the whole pizza. Yay! Good job. Wow, you just finished set number 2. Let's see how many can you finish. Let's go. We are moving on to set number 3. You see, now every single set, you seem to notice there is a pattern. Every single set always uses direct speech to reported speech, a very commonly tested type of S&T question. Okay, so we shall start with that one. Yeah, we shall start with that one. So, shall I buy this notebook? The boy wondered. Now, same thing if will, earlier will became would, shall becomes. If will became would earlier, shall will also become 1/10 backward, people, 1/10 backward. The boy wondered. Okay, very good. Very good, people of the world. Now, again, this is a question. So if it's a question, we start with if, correct? If he, okay, change of the pronoun. Remember TP, TP, yeah? I keep repeating this like a broken record. Tense pronoun, time, and proximity. So, if he, now we change the pronoun now. Shall here, move 1/10 backwards. So, shall becomes should. If he should buy, okay. Ooh, this time around we have proximity. Wow! Proximity, tense, and pronoun. Wow! So, proximity, this becomes what? This becomes that. Okay. And then, of course, we keep the word book. Okay. So, the boy wondered if he should buy that. Oh, no, it's not book. It's notebook. Sorry. We should buy that notebook. Good job, people. Okay. This time around, there's no time. So, we just change the tense pronoun and proximity. Do keep that in mind. Yeah. Will, would, shall, should. Can, could. Right. Very good. Moving on to number 67. Let's go, people. Let us go. Now, Sandra needs to return the library book tomorrow, or else she will incur a fine. Okay. Now, basically, you see the word if here. They want you to they wanted to talk about the condition now, stated in a conditional way. If Sandra what? Yeah, okay, log sect. If Sandra does not return the library book tomorrow, she will incur a fine. So log second zim zam zom basically have the same answer. If Sandra returns the book tomorrow, she will not incur a fine. If Sandra does not return the book tomorrow, she will not incur a fine. Okay, so people does not return the book tomorrow, she will not incur a fine. So both of you have exchanged both things, right? Some of you goes to say, if Sandra, okay, does not return the book tomorrow, she will incur a fine. And then the other one goes to say, if Sandra returns the sorry, I have to say library book, yeah? Do not omit a word, people. So some of you went to say, if Sandra returns the book tomorrow, she will not incur a fine. Can we turn it the other way around? Actually, I'm wondering if that is acceptable. In my head, it does keep the meaning that if Sandra returns the book tomorrow, she will not incur a fine. However, isn't it negative and there should be double negative? Correct. Yeah. Um, if Sandra returns the book tomorrow, she will not incur a fine. Correct. Isn't it negative and there should not be double negative? That's actually correct, Kara. Because even if it somehow bears the same meaning, you should try your best not to put a double negative into your sentence. So therefore, the correct processing should be this one instead of the second one. Yes, people? There's an and or else. Actually, or else she will incur a fine. People, I shall check this out. Let me highlight this for you. I need to make sure. I need to make sure what I'm teaching you about this one. I shall check this and I will get back to you. Give me a moment. I will put a star here and indicate this to you all tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, on Monday. Okay. Drill number 3, set 3, number 67. Okay, people, that will be it because I don't want to end up telling you. I want to be sure. Let me discuss this. Let me discuss this with the other teachers and come back to you with a more firm rule for this one. Okay, people? Okay, let's move on to number 68. The cake is drizzled with chocolate sauce by me. This one is the other way around. It's passive voice to active voice. Passive to active. That means to say, okay. So this one is the, I drizzle the cake with chocolate, say cake sauce. That means to say you rearrange this to 1, 2, and 3. Can you try? Because you always change it the other way, right? When you do passive to active and active to passive, you rearrange the subject, verb, and the object. Okay? I drizzle the cake with chocolate sauce. I drizzle the cake with chocolate sauce. Now, my question is, how did you know the tense? You are actually correct. You are correct. I drizzled the cake with chocolate sauce. How did you know? How did you know that it's not I had drizzled or I was drizzling or I I have I I was being drizzled, right? How did you know it has to be just drizzled? do you somehow follow a pattern on how to answer active to passive or passive to active voice? Mhm. Because of is drizzled. Correct. Correct. So, past tense. Very good. It's actually always based upon the question. So, passive voice, everyone, if you pay attention, the pattern of passive voice is the tense pattern of passive voice is always, it always has a to be verb plus the past participle of the verb. That means to say, do you know what are your to be verbs, people? You know what are your to be verbs? I'm explaining this to you. To be verbs are is, are, was, were, been, being. These are all your to be verbs. Every single past passive voice is always like is taken, was taken, have been taken, has been taking. And then it's always in past participle. And when you turn a passive to active, that just means to say that you just bring down the tense. Okay, people? All right, number 69, let's go. The two friends did not speak to each other because they misunderstood each other. Ah, you are once again being tested of word form change. And this time around, the word form conversion is you need to convert a word into a noun again. Wow, it's very common for you to learn to convert a verb or an adjective into a noun. Okay, log sect. My chair told me passive voice is object, verb, subject. You are correct, Zim Zam Zom. So passive, okay, let's talk about passive and active voice, huh? Very quickly, just very quickly. So it's the arrangement. You are correct to say, how do I add? So basically active is subject, verb, object. And then passive is object, verb, subject. Correct? Now, while the arrangement is very clear, what's the usual cause of wrong answers for active, passive, or passive, active is when they deal with the verb in between. So that's why I said, for example, earlier, let me make the process a bit easier for you, huh? That means to say I'll give you the three-step process on how to convert active to passive voice. So step number one, let me say for example, let's say for example, Anna ate an apple. Okay. So step number one, so you see, subject, verb, object. So this is active voice, correct? Now, to convert it into passive voice, we start with an apple, correct? So that one is easy. That one is easy. Now, if ate, remember a passive voice, what I told you was a passive voice always have a to be verb plus the past participle. So you already should know that the past participle of eat is eaten. Now, you're confused what to be verb to use. And if this is past tense, that means to say you use the past to be verb. You know what I'm saying? Was eaten by Anna. So if you look at the process here, what I usually tell my student is step number one, find the verb. Okay, so I found the verb, teacher. So step number two, turn it into past participle. So, okay, teacher, I found the verb. Verb is eaten. And then the step number three is add the to be verb before. That means to say, okay, teacher, I found the verb eat. I will turn it into past participle. But you told me that I need to put a to be verb before it. Now, how to know if I should say is, are, was, were, been, being? That means to say you just look at the original tense, use it as your tense for your to be verb. So ate is in past tense. That means to say you need to use the past to be verb, which is was. Okay? So that's basically it now. So let me test if you actually understood what I said. Now, can you convert? What if I say people? Now, tell me the answer. If the original active voice is Anna is eating an apple. Can you convert that for me? So step number one. What's step number one? Give it a try and see if you can answer. An apple is eating an apple is eating Hannah, huh? The apple became a monster, is it? Hey, Rose. Okay. Remember the steps I told you? Let's break it down. Step number one, find the verb. Okay, is eating, teacher. I found step number one. Then step number two is turn it into past participle. Oh, past participle, teacher is eaten. Step number three is decide what is your to be verb. Oh, do I say is, are, was, were, being? Now, to decide which to be verb to use, look at the tense here. The tense here is ing. That means to say I'm going to follow the same thing. Is being. Correct? Then the rest should be the same. An apple is being eaten by Anna. Okay, so master the three-step process, you'll be able to convert your active to passive voice correctly. Okay, not easy, but we shall try. Okay, now, we are in drill 3, right? Okay, drill number 3, we shall continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to number 69 here. The two friends, okay,
The two friends did not speak to each other because they misunderstood each other. Those of you who typed your answer earlier, I need you to retype.
Okay, this one is a very easy word conversion. Try to convert the word correctly for me, please. I saw this question before. Hey, Rose, do you remember me? Are you asking me, Rose? Of course I remember you. Oops, I saw this question before. Oops, very good. So then I suppose speechless emoji. I suppose you remember the answer. Sometimes, the question looks very familiar, but the most important thing is, can we answer it correctly? The two friends did not speak to each other due to a misunderstanding. I see. Do you all agree with this? Log sec. I need a complete sentence, huh? Do not speak to each other. Okay, 5 more seconds, people. 5 more seconds. I shall confirm if you gave me the right answer. People, you're correct. Okay. So, the two friends, keep in mind, do not change anything, did not speak to each other due to a, of course, convert to a noun, misunderstanding. Thank you very much. Well done. And strong people of the world, this is the last question for set 3.
Last question for set 3. Very good and strong.
Let's go. Singapore is known for its exciting food culture and amazing shopping experience. Now, besides work the same way as like, in addition to. It's like that. But it's like you wanted to start to add one more thing to what's already being said. Give it a try. Let's go. And strong. Last question for this set. Maybe I can do one more set with you. Wow. So that means to say you can do 20. Okay. Give it a try. Come on, we're almost done. Kira, besides its exciting food culture, Singapore is also known for its amazing shopping experience. I see. Okay, who else wants to give a try? Let's go. Let's go.
Nobody just gave up.
Chloe, if you don't know, it would be best if you still give it a try. Besides the amazing shopping experience, Singapore is known for their exciting food culture. I see. So the main difference at this question, I got no brain. I think I'm wrong though. Okay, so hey Rose, your answer, let me show you, is also known for its exciting food. Now, Kara and Hey Rose and speechless emoji. There's only one difference in your answer. Some of you chose to put also, and some of you chose not to put also. So the question is, do you need to put the word also, right? But the thing is, when you say the word besides, it already means that you already want to add something. Okay? That means to say you don't need the word also. Yes, correct. So you have to say it like this. Besides its exciting food culture, Singapore is known for its amazing shopping experience. Okay? You do not need the word also anymore because you use the word besides. Yes, so I got it right. Yes, hey Rose. Okay, strong people of the world, we're going down to our last set of S&T. Let's go. Yes, 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 strong people. We shall end with a Nanyang paper. Now, this is the last set because we're ending a bit earlier today because the team needs time to pack our live things because we are bringing you to a different branch this coming Sunday. Can you guess which branch are we going to? You see, we're doing a world tour, people of the world. So this coming Sunday, we are going to a branch in the East. East, people, East. Hopefully, we all see you there. I know it's Singapore. Yes, speechless emoji. You are correct in that. Yes. Now, I'm moving on. TP. Oh, Stitch 101. Close enough. Close enough. Okay. Now, while you are trying to guess, okay, of course, we move on to number 66. Last 5 questions. Be strong. I need you to end strong. Bedok. Stitch 101. Unfortunately, we don't have a branch in Bedok yet. We will soon. Okay. The man's refusal to cooperate with the police led to his arrest. The man's arrest led to his refusal to cooperate with the police. The man's... Okay, so you have to understand that the meaning... The man's arrest was led by refusing... Oh my God, all of you have different answers. So first things first, we have to... This is a cause and effect sentence. So the cause is that he refused to cooperate. He said, no, I'm not going to go with you. And because of that refusal, he was arrested. Okay, that should be the meaning that has to be kept in your synthesized answer. You cannot change the meaning. Okay, therefore, if you want to keep that cause and effect meaning of the two sentences together in one, you have to say, number one, you're being tested of your word form conversion again. Okay, therefore, you can say the man's, okay, refuse, turn to, once again, a noun, the man's refusal to cooperate. To cooperate with the police led to his arrest. Remember, your goal is to combine the two sentences without changing its meaning. Okay, people. Isn't that in the East? Same as me. Kera, not Clemente. Not Clemente. Number 67, strong people of the world. Let's go. Melanie has given the homeless men some food. Blank Melanie. Aha! People, you're tested with your active speech to passive. Let's go. Apply.
Apply the 3-step rule, ladies and gentlemen. Emily, thank you for liking the live.
Apply the 3 steps I have taught you just now. The homeless man has been given food by Melanie. Where's the word some there? You seem to have chosen to omit a word. Hey, Rose. Remember not to omit any word from the original question. Okay, same thing for you, Zim Zam Zom. You also omitted a word that was originally in the question. Okay, good job. So be very careful. Do not omit anything that should not be omitted. Your goal is, number 1, combine them into one sentence without omitting information. Use all the words. It's either you use the word or you replace it correctly. You cannot fully omit. Okay? It has to be used or properly replaced. Okay. Now, given the homeless man some food by Melanie. I asked stage 101, what happened to this, huh? Okay. Remember stage 101. Active voice is subject, verb, and then has given the homeless man. Now you have object and indirect object now. But let's just say this is together. Okay. Okay, because this one is indirect object. Let's just talk about object. So what you will do now is you have to start with the object and then the verb and then the subject. Correct? Let me change that into a different color. You start with the object and then the verb and then subject. And that's how you turn it into passive voice. So if we start with the object, that will mean to say we start with some food. Correct? So, some food. Now, some of you chose to omit the word some. Wrong. Keep the word. Because it's either you use the word or properly replace it. Do not omit anything. Okay? Some food, now we are down to the verb, correct? Remember the 3-step rule I told you for the change of the verb. Now, first step is find the verb, turn it into a past participle. Oh, teacher, it's already in past participle. Keep it that way. Okay, given is already in past participle. Now you are missing a to be verb. Remember, a passive voice always has a to be verb. Is, are, was, were, is, being, been. Now, to understand what to be verb to use, you have to look at the original tense of the sentence. Using that tense, your to be verb actually has to be some food. Some food has been given to the homeless man by some food has to be given to the homeless man by Melanie. Now there is another version that I will accept. Okay, don't worry yet. Don't worry yet. There is another version that I will accept. Okay, now the homeless man. Okay, the homeless man has been given some food by Melanie. Okay, I just rearranged the indirect object. Nonetheless, we keep the rest. Okay? Okay, move it up. So sorry. Okay. All right. Wow, the next question is one of my favorites, people. Oh, sorry. Men. Thank you. No, not man, but men. Thank you. Okay. Now, remember the next question is a BFF. BFF. What are the BFFs in this question, people? What are the BFF? Do you know the BFF of no sooner? Can you tell me? My best friend. What are the BFFs that I always talk about? Best friends forever. They come in pairs, okay? For example, who's the best friend of from, people? Who's the best friend of from? Quickly, let's go. This should be quick for you. From this, what? Heroes, very quick, huh? Very good. To that, okay? How about the word between? Between this, very good, very good, very good. 5 seconds. Let's go quickly. Very good. Between this and that. Now, how about no sooner had? Every single time you use no sooner had plus action 1, it's always followed by another action. No sooner had, the partner is actually than. And then there's another one. There's another one that is paired with. There's another one that is paired. Okay. Sorry, people. We had a bit of a technical difficulty. Give me a moment. I shall also fix my end. Okay, I see myself now. Okay, do I see myself? Okay, hold on. It doesn't show. Give me a moment. Okay, people. No sooner had plus than. There's one more. So sorry. Welcome back to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Now, hi again. Now, there's one more. No sooner had plus than. What's the other one, teacher? The one that pairs with the one that pairs with. We lost you just now. Yes. I'm back, people of the world. There's this one more BFF. Okay, there's a few more. Got disconnected problems, right? Correct. What was it? No, it has the word better, everyone. Can you tell me? I'm trying to recall. It's at the tip of my tongue. Better. It has the word better. I cannot move on. I cannot sleep at night if I don't remember this thing. Neither nor no. Okay, that's another BFF, but that's not what I'm thinking about. Okay, I shall put that here. So of course the BFF of neither is no. And remember the proximity rule, yeah? And the BFF of either is 4. I cannot remember the other one. No sooner had plus than has another BFF that goes also with it. I cannot recall. Teacher being auntie already. I'm auntie already. No sooner had you. And then I can tell you perhaps the partner. The partner is and. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see if this one can. People, if tonight I cannot sleep, it's all your fault. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. Give me 1 minute. And I should be able to find it. Okay. And I should teach you this, because otherwise if I don't teach you this now, I may forget to tell you later, and PSLE is just way too close. It's just way too close. I know now. I'm very wrong. And it doesn't have the word better. Drink water, then can find. I know now. Hardly had. Uh-huh. Now, these two works the same way, huh? That means to say you use this when you're talking about two past actions. The first action and then action one and action two. Hardly had. I was wondering, like, there's nothing. Yes, hey Rose, I'm so sorry. My brain is not serving me well today. Hardly had. What is the partner of hardly had, ladies and gentlemen? Hardly had plus. Yes, very good, heroes. Hardly had plus when. Now, do keep in mind, memorize this too. No sooner had plus than. Hardly had plus when. They both work grammatically the same way, as in when you talk about two past actions. Again, you see there's a had there. That means it's past perfect. Now, this is how past perfect tense work. You're talking about two past actions. Check which action happened first. So that's the first one that you put. Hardly had I opened the door, then it started to rain. So first action is always had plus past participle, and then the second action is always simple past. Okay, and then you arrange it that way. When you do no sooner had she no sooner had I screamed than she started crying. So I screamed first and then she cried, right? Like that. Okay, and I would have one more partner to tell you before I finish this up, huh? I move this up, BFF, because this one also some of you forget. I prefer swimming. What's the partner of prefer? Quickly, quickly. You prefer this? To. Prefer this to that. And finally, I would rather sleep than what? Log sect. I know it sounds like you have to pair prefer to than, but it's always I prefer this to that. Don't use the word than. It's always prefer and to, not the word than. Okay? I would rather do this than do that. Okay? So just remember those phrases. Between this and that, from this to that, I prefer this to that. I would rather do this than that. Okay? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You said that just now you give it away. Actually. Okay. Now people, BFF. So this one should be easy for you, no? It's because when you look at it, find where is action one first. The trainer gave the command, the dog ran. So obviously command first, right? So this is action one. I'm telling you to find which one happened first. It's because sometimes they interchange it, yeah? So logically find the right sequence. And this is action two. So we keep it that way, okay? No sooner had, always have a had for action one. No sooner had, then put action one. So you go and say, had the trainer, okay? And remember you're using had. So it has to be past participle, okay? No sooner had the trainer given the command, then action two, then the dog, simple past tense people, then the dog ran towards the rubble. Okay? So, two things that is the usual cause of students losing marks for no sooner had plus than. I tell you the two things so you do not commit these two things. First things first, they forget that the partner of no sooner had is than. So remember the BFFs I told you. No sooner had plus than, hardly, had plus when. Correct? Now, the second pitfall is that they forget to pair had with a past participle. So because they forgot to turn the verb into past participle, they got it wrong. Okay? So it's always no sooner had. Therefore, you have to convert this into past participle. That's why I practice that with you, remember? We practice a lot of present, past participle. Speak, spoke, spoken, take, took, taken, walk, walked, walked. Run, ran, run, become, became, become. I had to practice that with you so you get very used to converting past participles because you need it when you have has, have, and had. Okay? Now, number 69, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Last two questions. People of the world, strong people of the world. Kyle did not want to make matters worse. She apologized quickly to her mother. Okay, quickly, let's go. Last two questions. Not wanting to make matters worse, Kyle apologized to her mother quickly. Okay. Okay. I just have one. It's correct. I just have one request to the positioning of your quickly. Okay. So, not one, the first phrase is correct. Not wanting to make matters worse. Okay. Kyle apologized quickly to her mother. The very basic arrangement, everyone, is always the verb and then it's adverb. Okay? I ran quickly, I cried loudly, I sang happily. Okay? So keep it that way. All right? Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, we are down to our last number. Yay! Okay, strong people, let's go. Last number. And of course, we end with direct speech or reported speech. TP one more time, let's go. TP one more time. Tense, remember, tense, pronouns, time, and proximity. Rain asked Joseph if he had the chance to speak to Ahmad the previous day. Rain asked if he had the chance to. Wrong. Be careful, be very careful. If he had the chance, okay. Nobody has given me the right answer so far. If he has the chance. Okay. Okay, again, you haven't given me the right answer yet so far. A person! I'm very proud of you! Correct. Again, people, let's break this down very easily, and I need you to listen carefully for this one. Okay. Now, obviously, this question needs a change of the tense, pronouns, and time. Okay, no proximity involved here. Now, I told you earlier we had exactly the same type of question earlier. This is in past tense. And of course, I told you to always move one tense backward. So past tense becomes what? Past perfect. That would mean to say had plus past participle. Past participle, correct? Now, Rina asked Joseph. Okay, it's a question, so you start with if. If he, okay, listen carefully. Now, did you have the chance? That means to say, have here have to be turned to had. Okay, but since it's past perfect, there has to be plus had, have. Turn to had. Past perfect, it has to have had as well. Okay? Meaning to say, what I mean by this is have here is the actual verb that needs to be turned into a past participle. So the past participle of had is had. But to turn it into past perfect, it has to have its own had. So one of the had is actually a helping verb, and the second had is the verb of actually having something. Okay? So it's basically the same thing. It's basically you saying, did you call? Right? So past tense, if he had called, correct? So same thing when you say, did you see? See becomes seen, correct? If you had seen. But in this case, it's did you have. And of course, you have no choice. The past tense of have is had. And then its helping verb is also had. Do you see what I mean? So what I mean here is that the main verb is call, turn it into past participle, and then add the helping verb had. The main verb is see, turn it into past participle, it becomes seen, and then add the word had to make it past perfect. Same thing here, the main verb is have, turn it into past participle, and then add the word had to turn it into past perfect. Okay? That's why it has to be if he had had. Okay? If he had had the chance, okay, to speak to Ahmad, time people, yesterday becomes the previous day. So it has to be had. Yes, zim zam zom, no problem. So quite a challenging one, but I'm hoping you're very clear with how you change the verb. Okay, the main verb here is have. Its past participle is had, but it still needs its own auxiliary verb, which is had. Okay, people. Now, moving on, we are actually finally done. Is there live on Sunday? Kara, yes, there is a live on Sunday. We are bringing you to another branch of Writers at Work, which none of you have guessed earlier. We are going to Marine Parade! Yay! So we're going to Marine Parade on Ozone 05. Where have you been? Yes, we're doing a live on Sunday. You will see me and you will see teacher Rin as well. We're bringing you to Marine Parade. Perhaps we'll walk around to bring you around Marine Parade also and to show you to our new branch as well. But everyone, before I let you go, of course, Teacher Mitsuko always has an announcement. This coming 24th and 25th of September, we are doing a very special live. It's exactly 1 to 2 nights before your PSLE paper 1 and 2. We're doing a 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. live for all of you. So you get the chance to, number one, ask our curriculum directors any specific paper 1 and 2 questions that you have. Of course, they will go through 2021 to 2023 PSLE papers to remind you of the most important grammar rules and S&T rules that you should recall. And finally, they will talk about important examination tips. And my favorite is they will talk about examination SOPs, as in what exactly is the process that you should follow during the examination. What's the step-by-step thing you should not remember, you should not forget when doing comprehension open-ended, for example. Do you read the questions first? Do you read the passage first? Do you annotate? Do you highlight? What else do you do? Okay, so they'll talk about these things on September 24 and 25, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. We purposely place it on at night so that you all can watch and ask questions as well. So prepare your questions. We have posted about this in our account. If you have some questions that you want to put, please comment them down so I can consolidate them for you and I can give it to Teacher James and Teacher Agnes to address them during the live. Okay, I hope to see you there. I will be there as well. I'll be moderating. So I will be there saying hi to all of you. Yeah, 24th is my English end of year Oh wow, very close are also 05. Maybe you can join the 25th one. But join the 25th one. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for coming to the live today. We shall go now and pack up for our live in Marine Parade this coming Sunday.
Bye,
You'll all have a good weekend, people. Bye bye. See you on Sunday.